I can hear you. Jaggers, I cannot hear you.
I can hear me. How can you not hear me? Who dared to mute me?
Nobody muted you but you.
Probably the
I beg to differ, but we're in the Nick and Zac Show, and I'm your host because our real host is never here. I'm Zach. If I was heard earlier or not, we have with us other Zach and Josh. Josh, did you know other Zach is on quarantine?
Is he?
No, like legit quarantine.
Yep.
Nice.
Waiting test results on my youngest daughter for no apparent reason, no way in hell, honestly, that she's been exposed. But okay, screw it. I'll go with it. She has a history of ear infections. She's running a fever, and because of the fever, they have to test her for it and lock down the entire family, although she shows no other symptoms. She needs tubes in her ears. And because of COVID, we can't see the ENT, and now the ENTs are just now starting to see people again. So they're so backlogged now that July 2nd, we have an appointment for her to be able to be looked at with a known deformity in her ears, knowing that she's going to need tubes. How's any of this shit make sense? I don't know. It's Pennsylvania. Fuck it.
Do you know what I do know? I have 100% figured out now because I still had opened on my computer the YouTube page. There's not a single viewer listed that is us. So it is not me. Anytime we see a number 2 or a 1, there is somebody else watching.
So is somebody watching now?
Well, yeah, but it's not me. It's our social media manager. We went through that yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think she's supposed to be playing PlayStation.
She is. She does both. She can
watching
multitask.
us if she's playing PlayStation.
No, she's
watching with us. The PlayStation is
probably
more entertaining.
Well, yeah, the PlayStation is more entertaining, but she watches our comments to make sure we don't get blindsided by trap questions. You haven't even seen the title of today, have you?
No, where's that?
Oh, today's title. Yeah, I even went so far as to spell it right just for your sake. If it'll come up on my computer, there we go. Zach's Quarantine Day 2. Trap questions. And masks. The reason it's masks, I had the joy of being able to read some moron on Facebook go on about how they've got an immune system, so masks do them no good. Like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, wait, you don't vaccinate your kids at all. Like, you literally don't believe in vaccinations. But in the process of this, you're going to sit here and tell me you have an immune system, for one. And for two, you don't need to wear a mask because of your immune system. That's not how masks are supposed to work.
Yeah, historically, mustard gas, regardless of your immune system, you got to have a mask. Oh, did I go there?
Well, I mean, you can go there. That's fine. But here's my thing. The concept of the mask was to protect everyone else. Not you from everyone else. It's to protect everyone else from you. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the mask thing's overrated. I do. 100%.
Yeah.
But your logic's flawed here.
Yeah, I mean, the masks are a two-edged sword. Whether or not they're actually going to help you or not, who knows, honestly. And, you know, I wear a mask when I go out, you know. It's better to have some sort of a damn filter over your face than to not have one in a way.
That's just because you don't have a filter and you need to filter the words coming out of your mouth so people might not hear what you actually said. Shut the hell up. Josh, how's your feelings on this? We heard his nonsense last night.
Oh, yeah, plenty of it. I was already a case into beer as well, so hey.
The masks are overrated. They're more of a make you feel like you're doing something to protect yourself when in all reality you're not.
They're the TSA of the COVID.
Yeah. Now let's just say if I were to go around somebody who is known to have it, okay, I'm not going to wear just a mask, okay, because a mask ain't going to do shit.
No, see right there, you're
that
100% wrong. You're 100% wrong right there. If you go around somebody who's known to have had it, you wearing a mask doesn't do anything.
No,
you need to
somebody
make them wear
actively
one.
having it.
You need to make them wear one.
Even that wearing one won't do anything. It does not stop particulates that small. It's a cloth.
Right here. Look at the screen, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
He sees what you're talking about, you moron. He's staring at it. He's got his camera to the side. No, look, you
it's
wearing
a P100.
Oh my God, you dumb motherfucker! Yeah, this is why we can't be a child-approved page because of you.
Thank you.
You're the one swearing like a goddamn sailor.
Well,
and I'm
yeah,
pretty
because
sure
he's
you weren't even in the fucking Navy, so shut up.
No, because they can't swear.
Well, he was an MP. That's the next best thing.
Swearing like a sailor, okay?
Hold on. Zach, stop. Pause.
What?
Listen.
Yes, Zach,
Okay.
stop. Pause.
Wearing a mask. If you wear a mask, it helps prevent transmission from you, not from other people giving it to you.
Yeah, but that's why I held that thing up, because that's actually a certified respirator for dealing with this stuff. It's a P100 certification. That's even higher than an N95.
I don't hear no answers.
It's all right.
I don't need to give answers right now. I'm stopping a child from mowing down on half a tube of or almost a whole tube of freaking Reese's Pieces that she just stole from mommy.
Let her have them.
Well,
Let her have them.
But
She's sticks of Mountain Dew for everybody.
I don't want her. I don't want to put up with it come tomorrow. But no. Okay, stop. Pause. Out of all seriousness here, yeah, it's the misperception of it. For all realism, if you wear a mask, it doesn't protect you from getting it. It can only prevent transmission. So, if you take any mask, I mean, if you can, any of it, a virus can infect you from anywhere.
It protects me from.
So all I'm saying is you're dumb. Because if you're around somebody who's known to have it, you need to put a mask on them, not a mask on you.
Or just don't be around them.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't be around them anyways, but that's because I don't like people.
Me?
He keeps muting himself, if you notice.
Yes, I did. He probably doesn't want you to hear the bullshit he's saying.
No, I'm actually not saying anything. Got people letting the dogs out and everything, so that's all. They're going past.
Now, Josh, to sidetrack quarantine here, because obviously he's lost his mind in 2 days.
Yes, I have. I wound up spending like 5 hours pressure washing anything and everything I could today just because I'm bored.
No. Well, we went out to eat. So we went to a restaurant, had a couple drinks.
Yeah, it must be nice in Ohio.
Okay, so what was this question to?
So no, it wasn't a question.
Sidetrack after Zach.
So anyways, we brought it up yesterday, but I found out that our local comic book store, I actually have known the owner since 2006.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. I've known him for, what is this? We're over a decade now.
Yeah.
Turns out though, I did not know who he was at first. Otherwise, I would have sided it with him from the get-go. I got to find out all about freaking his side of things finally on his dilemmas with individuals that tried burning him bad, and he got them good. But I also found out some of those individuals are still around, even though they disappeared off the face of the earth, as far as I knew.
Pretty sure all those individuals are still semi-local.
Yeah, the one. So
the original proprietor.
Yeah, the original scammer. Not gonna say any names, but yeah, I was like, oh, that's nifty. I didn't even know they were still around.
Yeah,
Did you know, Zach,
Yeah.
that you could easily take, and if somebody starts screwing you and tries to financially screw you, if you can copyright names of their things right out from underneath them because they were dumb and went into business with you. Yeah. And then said individuals will try to sell said name that they have no ownership of to people who are very easily taken advantage of. And so they give lots of money for nothing.
I tried to talk him out of doing
No,
it.
I'm
but
just saying, by all technicality, due to it, you could also sue because there was a little bit more left in that letter that wasn't quite real.
I try to stay out of it mostly. It's
Oh yeah.
said and done years ago. Kid got screwed. But
I mean, that's a nice way of putting it. But yeah.
more
So
money
what,
than
then-
brains.
Well, starting a business together is what I'm gathering here. And then things started to get a little bit sour. The one person went ahead and trademarked and copyrighted all their original content. And
No,
the
not
name.
at all. Nope, you've already read it wrong. Somebody literally goes up and says, "Hey, because you're actually a real thing and I'm not, I'm going to try to figure out from you so I can steal your customers out from underneath you. But I'm going to make you think that I've got no financial interest whatsoever."
So basically, somebody who is starting up their own business becomes employed by a person to find out the ins and
not even
outs
employed.
and steal.
Not even employed.
Ran
Just-
public events together for a
Yeah.
short time.
Yeah, that's it. Just said, "Hey, I've got some friends. They'll come over and they'll pay you money to play Magic the Gathering." Now, here's my thing. I don't know. I wouldn't pay for Magic the Gathering, so I sure as hell wouldn't pay to play Magic the Gathering. Okay, go. Yes, that's enough. No more Reese's. Your tummy does not need more Reese's. No.
It's more than just pay to play. It's basically gambling. It's pay to have a chance to win more than what you put in.
No, it's a tournament.
Yeah,
Tournament.
legal gambling.
Let's not throw it wrong. It's not gambling. It was a tournament. But
Yeah, that'd be something that'd be really cool right now to go ahead and play Texas Hold'em. Oh shit! Wait, I can't have anybody over.
but you could play.
play online.
Yeah.
With people around the world.
Not as much fun.
I didn't say it had to be fun. I just said you could do it.
Yeah, it's the fun factor for me with that.
Yeah, but here's the problem, right? I don't comprehend cards, so I bluff like a motherfucker because I really have no idea what I have in my hand. The thing is, Texas Hold'em isn't like real poker. Sorry, you'll never sell me on that one.
I still enjoy it though.
So that's a side note. You can say
Yeah.
I enjoy the game. Don't call it real poker. I've had people,
No.
you can't. You can bluff better in Texas Hold'em than you ever could in freaking 5-card draw or 7-card stud. I said you're a fucking idiot. Go, just go. Play with me once. I walked out with like $80, and it was penny game. It was
So what do you
penny
call
game.
real poker? Is it 5-card draw? Is it stud?
I
What is it?
I didn't care. I was just proving a point because I really can bluff. I really have no idea what I have in my hand. They didn't understand. They thought I was full of it. So they thought that, so I can bluff. I can pretend that, I've got a lousy hand and just look like a moron trying to stick it in. Or I can look like I have an amazing hand if I need you out. So I could have freaking, 10 fucking queens in there. I'm not going to know.
Well, you just said you don't know what's in your hand, so you don't know if you're bluffing on if it's a good hand or a bad hand.
Very true.
Yeah, exactly. I'll lose a couple hands, but it comes down to it. I'll win with freaking 6 freaking 2s.
I'd like to see that. I would pay to see that. Okay, I want to see it. 6 2s.
I was waiting the 7 queens. I was waiting for the 6 2s. That's the one that caught you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's where you just like letting you have your rant.
Oh, I was waiting to see. I saw you back there because See, the thing is, Zach was there. Zach remembers me winning like $80.
No, you were talking.
Who was Oh man, I'm trying to remember his name now. It doesn't really matter his name. I just remember how pissed off he was. The Puerto Rican NCO.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he was so damn pissed off when you won all that money. I'm sitting there. I think I was actually like Was I like the second from the end getting knocked out, something like that?
I have no idea.
Then it was him. I got knocked out, then he got knocked out. And that shit was hilarious. He was trying to say you rigged it and this and that and the other, everything. He was trying to get his money back because he put like $20 into it.
Yeah, best part is I started with like $2.
Yeah, I know. That shit was hilarious. I think
No, God, no. My wife's like, and you won't play euchre with me? God, no. You don't want me playing card games. I literally have to not care about the people because I can lie to them easier. I'll lose in a heartbeat if it's people I know or care about.
No, not necessarily. Those are the ones that you really can take advantage of, though, too, and then wind up being like, aren't you glad I'm honest in real life?
No. I mean, they're no. That they can read me. They've been around me. You, I don't care about. That's why I could steal your money too.
Well, and the other perks while we were over there in Afghanistan, I really didn't give a shit if I lost to you. I didn't care. And by perks, I mean the free energy drinks and shit like that. I never had to pay for an energy drink. You always had a case in the room. I'd come over, grab one. You didn't care.
Right. So, but no.
Of course, the flying cans of pineapple were a totally different story. But anyhow, I don't even know why that came in a care package to begin with.
Who mails pineapple to people?
Yeah, so every time I used to piss him off, he'd reach over the wall, grab the can of pineapple, and throw it at me.
And we're talking like the giant freaking like industrial
it wasn't
can.
The diced pineapple, it was the rings.
Yeah.
Those cans hurt.
No, your computer was fine. I don't know what your problem is.
Oh, it popped one key off and it popped right back on and it still worked. About a week later, though, I think the sand finally got to it and fried it.
Well, I'm going to guess the rest of you worked because you've got kids after the fact, so you're fine. Good target.
Yeah.
A little bit of crying, a lot of laughing.
See the things you missed, Josh? See?
Aren't you glad you weren't there, Josh? Aren't you glad you weren't there?
Glad for a lot of things.
Don't you wish you didn't agree to this? Don't you wish you didn't agree?
And there's a nifty little button down here that says "Leave Studio." I can click that.
But you were already here. We had you on the show last night too.
Not me.
No. Am I wrong, Zach? We had him on the show last night.
We tried.
No. We technically had you on the show last night.
What, you played the old video with me in it?
Yeah, because there was a trap questions. There's a trap questions. Josh, now that we're in a whole new show, I have to ask. Weigh in on being on that show. Zach was not here for it. He didn't get to hear your side. That was oh my God, we almost walked head first into that.
Hey, you know what? You
handled it well.
You're trying to online bully me now, so knock it the fuck off. I had to look at the camera for this one to get serious.
Nobody's taking any direct jabs.
No, that's why he's laughing his ass off.
The only direct jabs are making me have flashbacks of my time overseas with flying cans of pineapple.
Well, no, you brought it up on your own. Anyways,
I know it was a flashback.
Out of all seriousness, we almost walked into that head first. That was almost horrible.
Oh well.
That was well played on your part. You did a good job freaking playing those cards.
It's the internet. What does it matter what you say here or what some person, wherever the hell he was from, thinks about online bullying?
Oh, see, that's the thing. That's the thing. You would be surprised the way people take this stuff. Or, we just leave and it's just you and me, apparently. Lazy fucker.
Whatever.
Right? He'll pop back in and be like, oh, somebody tried calling me. It screwed up my phone. That's what you see. There he is. He's hopped back in.
Damn it.
Hey,
Wrong
somebody
button.
tried calling me, and it screwed up my phone.
No, I hit the wrong button this time. That was 100% that. No, Danielle did try and call me in the middle of the broadcast last night. It fucked it all up where I couldn't hear you anymore.
Well,
Probably did you a favor.
possibly.
Well, either way, my ears usually aren't bleeding after this, so it's all good.
No,
Unless he gets mad at me and hits me with a frying pan, but that's besides the point.
No, if you brought it on yourself, that's your own fault, not mine.
Oh my God, I'm tired.
Oh, God.
That's why he's on here. He's tired and making bad decisions.
I'm actually sober this time too, so.
Oh, God, why? Why would you even try to come on this show sober? My wife won't even listen to me in the background sober.
Your wife probably doesn't listen
Your
to
wife won't even listen to you once sober, period.
Well, and my wife she probably chooses not to listen to me 90% of the time. That's why I'm still married.
She knows what time you're going to be home from work, and she starts drinking an hour prior.
No. She actually only drinks on the weekends, and that's if that. I mean, we really don't go through that much alcohol. But when the show's on, she's like, yeah, so where's the bottle? I'm like, well, what do you want? She's like, the expensive scotch. I'm like, sweetheart, we don't have expensive scotch. She's like, I wouldn't drink it anyways, but fuck your show. I was like, oh, okay. She said, It's not making any money. Once it makes money and pays the bills, she doesn't care.
We probably would have been better doing the fucking whiskey/scotch tasting web show you talked about before.
I never said we can't do the whiskey/scotch/wine tasting. Let me get my new house. My wife will taste she'll probably try different bottles of wine, just get them out of the fucking house. She'll be like, yep, that smells like wine. Still tastes disgusting. Move on to the next bottle.
Okay, so you're gonna give us the shit that's horrible because you want to get rid of it. Gotcha.
No, God, no. No, we just don't like wine. We just have a collection. There's a difference. It all tastes like sour grapes. Give us a nice bottle of freaking like Crown Apple, Jim Beam Devil's Cut. We're content.
I got some Jameson and a handle of Tito's up in my cupboard. That's all I got right now.
What kind of Jameson? Like regular Jameson? As we see him walk away.
Yeah, because he finally needs to drink. 22 minutes in, we got him to drink.
Yeah, I know. Oh, God.
That's a new record.
I know.
We're going to have to tell him that.
Yeah. So the cheap stuff.
So that's a new record. 22 minutes without having to take a drink with us on here.
Yeah.
And straight from the bottle. Exactly. Man wine. There you go.
It's good for mixing. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not
We're
good.
dealing with us.
Oh, God. Oh, Zach, you remember?
I'll drink to that.
You remember Fort Knox? Fort Knox. You could buy 12-year, right? For Josh, how much you pay for that bottle?
$25.
$25 for a bottle of regular Jameson. That's what we were paying for 12-year on Knox.
This is up at the Lake Store in Michigan.
Oh, I know.
So,
speaking of Michigan and everything,
Ohio.
I meant to ask yesterday, and I didn't do it. How bad were your deliveries up there?
Everybody wants you to wear a mask.
I'm talking
a lot
about
of people don't. A lot of people don't want to wear a mask.
I'm talking about with all the flooding.
No.
Oh yeah.
I don't go that direction.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But my yard, on the other hand, my yard was flooded to hell. Oh.
Yeah, he took the mower out there to pump the water out of his yard the other day, Josh.
Yeah, we just started spinning in circles to see if we could make mud tracks. If there's mud, I never have to mow again.
You're leaving there, so what's the matter?
Yeah, and he was actually wondering. This was a couple shows ago. I don't know if you were on here or not, Josh, but he was mentioning how the local farmer is like pissed off at him for something he didn't even do.
Grass clippings made it across the street, and then the neighbor threw these giant freaking tree branches over there, and all of a sudden I've got the township knocking on the damn door asking for, the farmer's kind of upset that you bet. Oh, I didn't do shit. Then he goes over to talk to the neighbor. The neighbor's like, yeah, they threw all that stuff over there. It's like, you lying little bitch. Oh my God.
You've had good.
And then here's the other part. Here's the second part, which is the better part of all of it. They were talking about when they do this move, they have a whole bunch of junk to get rid of. Well, why not give the farmer something to bitch about? Dump it in the ditch and take off. You're never going to see him again. Who cares?
I never said that, first of all. I never said that. Second of all, we've got family that's taking the house when we move. So I'm selling this house to family. So screw off. I'm not going to make it bad.
Just saying. You know, he already accused you of it.
You rat bastard.
What?
I just figured out how you got quarantined.
What?
To avoid helping me move, you son of a bitch. No wonder my kid's sick and I got quarantined.
You pay for my fuel, I'll come out, and tolls.
Josh, he screwed you. He's like, hey, I heard Josh would help you, so I ain't helping.
You're not moving within the next week or two, are you?
Yeah, probably.
Well, fucking put it off another week or two then, and he'll come help. Shut up.
I only have to wait for test results to come back.
You already volunteered. You already volunteered, Josh.
I figured you were going to ask, so I just went ahead and was nice and volunteered, so you didn't have to feel like an asshole asking.
My wife offered food towards you.
No.
Who?
Probably both of us. I'm sure.
Whoever shows up gets a free dinner.
Well, I need fuel and toll money.
No, I didn't promise that. Josh doesn't get gas money. I have to treat you more fairly. I cannot pick
800 miles one way.
I cannot pick favorites. I can't pick favorites, so I'm not paying for anybody's fuel. You just have to come over and get the free meal.
You can.
He's not going 700 miles one way.
Josh watches my dog.
800 to 700. Which one is it?
700 to 800 miles. It's somewhere in between there.
7,800 miles. You're a liar.
No, I know. If I were to take 70 the whole way across from where I'm at now, I know it's 650 miles to the Indiana line.
Okay, look.
On 70.
Look.
So where you're at, that's going to be 700 to 800 miles for me.
Wait. What did you just say? 600 miles to the Indiana line?
From where I'm at now, 650 miles to the Ohio-Indiana line on 70. So where you're at, it's going to be 700 to 800 miles for me.
Where is 70?
I'll type it in. I'll look.
489 miles. My wife just pulled it up. He froze his screen because he's doing things on his phone. My wife looked it up. 489 miles.
Damn. It's a whole lot closer than I thought.
Yeah, it's a whole lot closer than you thought.
Oh, so that's going to bring you in down by Dayton.
Yeah, that's why he's wrong. 489 miles.
450 miles.
Yeah.
Dude, Zach, I'm going to be honest. He's nicer than me, even offering if you paid the gas and the tolls. So if I was that far away, I'd just say, fuck you, sorry.
No, he can't work right now. He's looking for an excuse to get away from the family. That is the only reason. The only reason.
Running on, and the reason why I'm saying fuel and tolls right now is because I'm running on savings. Let's not forget that part.
Here's the issue, Josh. He spent 6 months of last year not able to work. Got to go work for 3 months.
4.
Oh, 4. 4 months, and then went right back to being injured again and not able to work.
But at least the last time that was all VA and temporary total disability, I ain't got shit right now because of Army games. But, well, yeah, I'll leave it like that, Army games. My paperwork is on the way back up the chain of command, though, and once approved, I'll have to be back paid for incapacitation pay. It's just I'm very fortunate right now to have the savings that I do, even though it's only going to last another month. So I'm hoping this paperwork goes through rather quickly. Because it's already been 2 months.
Oh,
Anyhow.
my God. We've got 2 people watching it. I don't know who the other one is. I know who one is. Who's the other one? Why do you never comment? There's always a second, and they never comment. Ever.
Probably Danielle.
I mean, it might be. She could comment. I mean, my wife makes random comments in the chat, too.
Currently
Occasionally
watching,
she does.
or you have 2 currently watching?
Yeah, that's what it says. It's got a little watch viewers, too. Live viewers. I mean, there's a delay to it when it notifies, but there is 2 people watching. Hi, 2 people.
Let me go on YouTube, see what it says is actually being watched right now.
Oh, even that's not 100% accurate. Weird.
2
YouTube
people watching Three Stooges.
Oh, now we're down to 1.
Oh, the Three Stooges comment got rid of them. Let's see. Josh would be Larry. You would be Mo, and I would be Curly.
You have no hair. Shut up. You
Random
bald ass motherfucker.
I'd be Curly.
Oh shit!
Oh, but we did have this nifty thing. How is quarantine day 2 going?
It's fun trying to keep myself entertained. Who commented? Oh, random comments. Yep. Thank you, media manager.
So when's she gonna start running the Twitter?
We don't believe in Twitter. Are you gonna do Twitter?
Whatever.
Are you gonna set up an Instagram and use it?
Instagram, that's the other one. I don't even know how to Instagram or Twitter.
You
I
take
don't have
pictures and you just
Instagram
post
either.
them. You just take pictures and post them, and then you can sync it to your Facebook. So when you take pictures on Instagram, it goes to your Facebook.
All right. I'm gonna take a picture of the screen. There we go. 3 fucking idiots trying to make a video.
Right. Well, here's the thing. There's always the other method, and that's if you take a picture and you send it in the Facebook group chat. My wife will take those pictures and place them on the Instagram page for the channel, and then you actually don't even have to do anything other than send her appropriate pictures.
Oh, now you had to use that word in there. Appropriate.
Of course I had to use
It's
the
the
word
way you
appropriate.
said it. It's the way you said it.
You don't see I'm looking specifically at you either.
You having to say appropriate. Really? Do I really send that much inappropriate stuff?
No, but if I don't specify it, you have a fine line of what you consider appropriate, you bald-headed fuck.
I almost think everything's appropriate depending on
That's the problem. You think
audience.
everything can be considered appropriate.
Why not?
Depending on the audience.
If the audience doesn't like it, they can look away.
Well, no, there's
Exactly.
legalities involved too.
There's legalities involved.
There's always legalities involved.
Freedom of speech. I
Okay,
can
I
say
take
whatever I
that back.
want.
There are certain
Look,
things that are inappropriate.
I've sat down, I've talked with our lawyers. They told me I have to pay them. Okay, so I'm not paying lawyers. Thus, we must make sure we don't do dumb shit.
Why? Dumb shit's the best shit.
Fine, then you
Yeah.
can pay for the lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just feed them the dozer.
I'm going to make Zach our legal representation, and I'll pay him twice what he's paying me.
I'll agree.
Okay.
But Zach, the other Zach, is going to pay for me to go take the bar.
No, I don't need to do all that.
And by that, I mean he's going to pay for me to take my wife to the bar because if we're going to jail, we're going to jail fun. Because I don't think they'll let me represent you in court.
Well, if we wind up going to jail, we'll both be in the same police car looking at each other, and that was fun. When can we do it again?
Right.
No, we won't. You're in a whole different state. How would we be in the same police car? You don't even make sense, the words. You need to find something other than shock top.
I'll be back.
It'd be something federally that would happen to us. Anyhow.
Have you tried investing in like real drinks or painting your ceiling if you're going to make us walk in circles staring at it?
I'm in the garage. It's eventually going to be converted to a bedroom and another bath.
See, you'd think we'd have people that I could invite on, but then I realized most people don't like me.
Yeah, you antisocial fuck. Anyhow,
Let's see. Don't like me,
I'm
don't
actually
like me,
waiting
don't
for
like
the dog
me.
to come back up to the door wanting back in. That's why I keep walking around to look out the window of the door.
Let's see.
My dog.
This asshole doesn't like me, but he is on the show currently. So's this one. This other one's supposed to be on, but he's not caring apparently.
You talking about Nick?
Of course, I'm talking about Nick. He made the comment, "Oh yeah, I should be able to make it." I even
How'd things go for him yesterday, though?
I don't know. He doesn't talk. He doesn't talk to anybody.
Yeah, if we would have known that, we would have left him alone and not made the other comments that we did in the beginning.
No, I wouldn't. I still would have done it. If I had known that he had technically a memorial, let's go with the term memorial. I still would have made the same comments because if you baby him, he takes more offense to it. So
if you baby him, he takes more offense?
Well, everybody does. Nobody likes a pity party.
Why don't you go that route?
Nobody likes a pity party.
Want to offend him?
Go what route?
Babying him.
I'm not going to baby him because I don't want to offend him, so I'll be offensive.
Like a true friend would be?
Of course. Let's see. None of these people. Oh, that's okay. I did find out the way things are set up on Facebook. Because you can't just click on the link for the show without signing into YouTube because it's considered restricted. You have to verify you're over the age of 13.
Really? We're considered restricted?
Yeah, we're considered restricted because I said that we don't have child appropriate language, like under the age of 13. I don't want some 3-year-old watching our show.
Okay.
I mean, my 3-year-old only hears like random bits of the show. I don't need her hearing all of it.
Oh, this is funny. Ruger just now realized that Dozer's out there laying in the yard.
You got friends on your Facebook that are live? That are like active on Facebook? You're the only other one on right now.
Well, yeah.
Anybody who'd come on the show? Because Josh probably ran to the bathroom or something. Or are they going to make excuses like everybody we know?
I don't really know if any of them would join us. I don't. I'm trying to think of who might.
I mean, this show's dedicated to you. It's quarantine. Though we have 2 people watching, which means Josh probably ran to the bathroom. He's trying to keep tabs on us.
Yeah. I want to see nothing more than Dozer get a hold of their yellow dog and kill it.
No, that is not what you want to say at all.
Oh, that dog's bitten people before. I could care less about it.
Well, yeah,
it's
but you still have to deal with it.
It's attacked the other small dog, too, before, and I almost shot it the one day.
Well,
I actually offered to put it down, pay for it, and everything, and yeah, they never went to the appointment.
I think we can travel this conversation back to a different direction.
Yeah, well, I mean, a dog that's known to attack people and everything for no reason. I
get what you're saying, but yeah, I mean, we're also,
Oh, I know, we're live. Oh, there's the other dog that. Ooh. Hopefully, he's on the lead.
I mean, I can make the stupidest decision ever. I can see who wants to jump in. I can literally throw the. Because I can kick him out just as easy. I can throw into the chat the link.
Oh yeah, and I mean, you could throw me out of this whole thing too as well. I
No,
understand
no,
that.
I'm saying I can throw into the chat the link, and whoever clicks on it, dumb enough to click on it, would come in because it's different every show.
Yep.
Josh, you know anybody
Hey,
to bring
who's
in?
that?
Seeing
Do I
you're
know
watching
anybody
us in the
what?
bathroom? You got anybody in the like that's currently on Facebook or whatever that would be like, oh, hey, yeah, I jump in?
Probably not. I'm not friends with people really.
Well, that's true. I'm running.
Oh, so you're one of those types.
Let me see.
He's not friends with people, so he goes to one of those places, the robotic brothels in Japan, I guess. Yes, I just took a really weird twisted turn. Don't know how to connect the dots, but anyhow.
No friends on Facebook.
Oh, I mean, they don't have to necessarily be Facebook. I just meant somebody you can pass the link on to.
Not that would jump in, at least.
Right.
She needs more Reese's Pieces.
Nope.
Nothing's happening tomorrow for the most part, so go ahead. Let her get all sugared up. Crash in the middle of the night. You get to sleep in. You're leaving that one alone?
He seems distracted. But then again, so am I.
I'm getting a hold of somebody.
He's being the guardian of the Reese's Pieces.
No. I've already hid the Reese's Pieces. Don't you worry about that. No.
We don't need to know where.
Comic book
Comic book guy?
shop. Yeah, comic book guy.
Yeah, I saw him. I was like, maybe, but we're not talking about Cyberfrog.
No, but we can talk nerd in general. I mean, Zach's a Superman fan. We could actually still have a conversation.
Oh, fan of the most overhyped superhero out there.
He was wearing a Superman shirt. He was wearing a Superman shirt like the last 3 shows.
Yeah, hold on a minute. I'll be right back.
He's going to go put it on.
Wait for a response. He's typing away.
No, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's what I'd expect to get. Oh,
I said, hey, buddy, want to jump in on a web show and talk comics and such? He follows a lot of the YouTubing for what's going on in comics.
yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of figured he would. He probably just doesn't follow the.
No, he's following a lot of the. He's following a lot of the independent.
He may be, but what I was trying to say is he probably doesn't follow the Nick and Zac Show.
Oh, probably not. Probably not.
And I don't blame him one bit for that.
Right. He said, "Would like to. What time and would like to do it?" Okay.
Already here. Hop in now.
I said, "Now, LOL." Oh fuck. That's how you do things. Hey, yeah, no. He follows a lot of the other ones. So I mean, like the Quartering, Geeks and Gamers, things like that. I think because he saw some of the backlash on that Star Wars girl for doing her Vampirella comic, things like that.
I kind of figured he would follow all of it because that's what.
Well, I didn't want to assume because a lot of people tried to side with the big 2 on it. So, and the comic book stores are kind of stuck in the middle because they're stuck with Diamond, and Diamond at least they're finally getting to break away from Diamond.
I don't follow any of it.
I know Diamond's the distributor. So, and Diamond's like, oh no, and so DC broke away from Diamond to a degree. And in doing so caused some extra drama. But I mean, yeah, a lot of the comic book stores, there's some of them are scared to break away from the mainstream and things like that. I mean, he told me D&D's on the way back.
D&D
back. I didn't realize that. I thought everything was still. Really thought it was still. What's it called? Magic the Gathering. We talked about that a little bit the other day.
Oh no, he's actually really getting away from MTG in his store.
I don't blame him.
Says it doesn't make him any money.
I don't figure it did. The internet makes things hard, anyways, too. He said that's okay. He told me that. Any of the what is it? Is it CGC or whatever, the graded comics? He said those don't make him money either.
Yeah, it's not easy to make money doing stuff like that anymore, but you gotta love it to do it.
Here's a face you haven't seen in a long time, Zach.
He's got plans. Everybody's always got plans. He's like can't do it now. Finishing up the store, then going out late night cookout.
You want to be a part of the show?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean, we got talking a little. I don't know. I think we've talked a little bit. Like the Marvel versus DC thing. I think he's more of a Marvel guy too, but I don't know. That's besides the con. If you want to view it that way, that's fine. The problem comes that I think they're both to the point they are on a lot of things. They're too much trying to appease the freaking the minority instead of sell to the majority.
I've already stated how I feel about the Marvel and the DC, so.
Said a day or so heads up. Okay. Yeah, you want to do tomorrow and actually have like just all nerd?
I won't have much comment on that.
No, you can. You can comment. You've watched some of the movies and things like that. The movies are part of the universe. Systematic universe.
I just watched Spider-Man Far From Home.
And?
It was a really fucked up Spider-Man movie.
That's what I've heard. Here's my thing. I watched Rise of Skywalker. They should. Apparently, that's what it was supposed to be about the whole freaking time. But no, they let Roundhead Ryan Johnson make his stupid ass movie. Yeah. So Far From Home, though. Go ahead.
It was just really weird compared to any of the other Spider-Man movies. I don't know. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
So
the jury's out on whether it was
I'd give it like a 6.5 out of 10, and that's being nice. And there goes a Zach for a minute.
No, you're fine. Keep going.
I'm half distracted by a mobile game while we talk.
I know, and that's the problem. You're always distracted by mobile games.
Be more interesting than my phone, damn it.
I was. We were talking the stuff you're supposed to like.
Come here.
Yes. Like you're supposed to be on the side where you go, yeah, he's getting rid of Magic the Gathering, but disagree with it, agree with it. It's dying. It's not as fun. I mean, you've bought in it so many times.
I agree that it makes him no money. It's gone down a really money-hungry path with all the collector's edition boxes, new sets out every month and a half. Well, we're shelving the Master Series for the foreseeable future, they said less than a year ago, and now they're bringing back what they're calling the Double Masters. So they're just trying to beat the fuck out of it before they say, and we're done with it. Or they sell it to a different company.
So it's the same as all the comic books then?
Yeah.
And so it's the same as the movies?
Yeah. It used to be a great game. It still can be depending on what format you play and your play group and all this, that, and the other. But
I mean, what do you expect, though? I mean, they ripped off Pokemon.
they did. Pokemon was the OG, bro.
You went there. I know that's something to get some people fired up.
Oh, it almost did. If you look at him, he wants to get fired up.
He wants to. Do it.
I can't tell if it's a shadow or a vein coming up the side of his face.
There's actually a video that came out on the dude streamed it on Facebook or some shit recently, where he took so much of his money he had in savings and bought a first edition pack of Pokemon cards, and actually pulled a holographic Charizard, which. What do you say it could be worth if it graded a 9.5 or 10? It was like $55,000.
Wow.
Yeah. If you had to buy that pack, he spent $56,000.
No, he spent like 7 to 10.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Why?
Wow.
Why?
Why not? Do what you love with your money. And if you love gambling on Pokemon cards, then congratulations.
Would you gamble on Pokemon cards?
Fuck no.
Yeah, you sure?
Maybe if I had a disposable income where I could just go, yeah, here's 10 grand on a pack of cards. If I lose it all, oh well. No, I couldn't do it.
Side
Yeah,
note, I can't believe my
cards. You
dog
wanna
is
take
just staying right here at my feet.
I got Pokemon cards here in the house. You want to take a gamble on them?
No.
I don't blame you. I bought them for my 12-year-old. That's about the age group I think they belong. We have My Little Pony trading card game for my daughter, too.
My Little Pony.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
I know, because it's
Did
gone now.
you get the Rainbow Dash?
We probably have a Rainbow Dash. We
Don't
had to pack away. We've got freaking like figurines. And we got freaking oh my god.
I've been in your house. I know all the crap you have.
No, some of it was apparently hidden. There's even more crap. That's okay.
You know, you don't realize how much crap you have until you move.
Right. So here's what's up. All right. So they're at the comic book guy there has got some nice figurines there, like nice figurines. We checked this price against the internet. Yeah, I'm going there. When I first started, it was iffy. Now it's like, oh my god, yeah, I'll no problem supporting you. I'll save a lot of money. I just got to go in there. But then I walked into GameStop for a video game because we packed up all the PlayStation games. It's like my wife's getting bored. It's like, well, instead of unpacking and trying to figure out what box has it, went in there. They got their figurines on sale. I picked up a birthday surprise for my daughter, a Batgirl for like $12 instead of like $30. I was like, oh, I'm sure you ripped me off to begin with, so.
I refuse to walk into GameStop.
Why?
Because if I want to buy a video game, I don't want 1,700 questions of, well, what are you looking for? Well, this is coming out. Would you like to put $17.34 down on a pre-order and we'll give you 20? No, fuck you. I want to buy the used Forza. Fuck you, GameStop.
I never get asked questions like that. They never ask me if I want to pre-order anything.
They're supposed to, according to their own standards.
Oh, I know. But apparently, I guess I scare them, or I just don't look like their clientele. Joke's on them. I would pre-order if you gave me a discount, you bastards. I got a $5 coupon. No, what I hate is when they try tricking you into their rewards club thing. It's like, if I know I'm going to be making a few trips in a year, I'll renew it. If I know I won't be, go to hell. You ain't get my money.
Yeah.
I have a buddy that is a part of their rewards club. So I just like, yeah, here's my phone number. I'm this guy.
That makes sense.
And he gets free points towards stuff and I get discounts.
How's that work?
You just give them the phone number.
How's that work if you don't walk into GameStop?
I haven't in forever because I got sick of it.
Perhaps.
Anymore.
Or you could pre-order the game on his card. Don't worry, sir. We saved your credit card number. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
The delay there. Oh, my God.
Give them a phone number and done.
Good to get to. They let you in stores now. It's kind of nice.
I don't think they save credit card numbers at GameStop.
No, they don't.
I mean, if they did, cool. I'll go buy some stuff on somebody else's dime.
We got a new pancake house like nearby too. Problem is, I'm going to be moving away.
On Union Street. Yeah.
I'm going to be moving away from all this stuff. So
they're not bad.
No, they were
No.
packed this morning. So we went to Mexican restaurant instead. I know the owners, so it worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Mexican restaurant I went to yesterday, oh my God, too heavy on the drinks. If I want to eat my food, not do shots while I'm trying to eat it. Like my drink is to wash down my food, not.
I mean, I could go for shots.
Well, I could have if I was expecting it. I lost my voice afterwards.
Don't be a wuss. Wuss.
No, I really just needed something to drink, and I was like, oh God, eat boiling hot freaking Mexican food. Oh God, more like you're just not helping the case there.
So what you could say is it was authentic?
No, I did not have tequila. My wife had tequila. Her drink was way too strong too. If you order some mango drink, you expect to taste the mango in it, not just all the liquor.
No, you don't.
I know, right? What was she thinking?
Mango liquor.
Yeah, what was she thinking? Oh, geez. What was she thinking? Thinking there should be mango in a mango drink. I mean, they could have screwed up, put avocado in. She probably would have accepted it at that point. Anything to cover up a little bit more of that tequila.
I mean, that's why I like ordering drinks at Mexican restaurants. It's usually a lot stronger.
I can deal with a stronger drink, but I mean, you're also ripping yourself off. You're not charging me enough for that drink. It must have been a new bartender.
Well, that's where you're getting your money's worth.
I'll give it. I've got my money's worth. Problem is, I had to buy a separate Pepsi I drank half of just to be able to water down the fucking drink. When I start drinking,
complaining that the drinks are too strong. Normally, it's the drinks are too watered down.
Oh yeah.
Why
I know.
are you charging me this much for a drink? And you're bitching about getting more than your money's worth? What the hell is wrong with you?
The problem is every time I drink, I snap my neck because of freaking. I was like, especially the first one. You see it fizzing with the pop in it, so you're like, okay, I always know it's a little strong, and I take that drink, and it's like snap my freaking neck. My chiropractor felt that one. It's like Jesus. Yeah, when you don't know it's coming, it's horrible.
Yeah, you're not completely wrong. But after that first drink, you should be used to it. So
No, it's because I wanted to wash. If I'm sitting down having a glass of freaking scotch with some buddies, it's a whole different story because you're expecting it every time you drink. Not when you're like, okay, let's take a bite of this freaking enchilada, and next thing I know, I've got to wash that freaking like dry beef down with freaking Jim Beam. It was the wrong liquor to be drinking straight with Mexican food. Mixed, it's fine. Straight, no. So we went to the other one, and they actually they treated us pretty good today. Yeah, but it helps when we know the people. And their little girl wanted to tell her daughter bye, and it's like wanted to give her a hug, then went to go run and like hide because she's like, oh God, I forgot I'm not supposed to hug. Or I'm like, I don't care. You're fine. I know you. It's fine. I know your parents. You're good. You can like you're allowed to be friends. It's okay. And that's the worst part of this. The kids. With this COVID thing, the kids they're socially inept for this kind of nonsense.
Mentioning the whole quarantine thing, this really. It does really suck for us in a way because my oldest daughter, right, she's with her grandparents right now. Guess what we have to do? She can't come home yet until we have the test results.
Well, I haven't seen my son. I mean, the Facebook phone call thing's fine, but I haven't seen him since all this started.
Yeah. So I can imagine,
if I'm going to do that, I might as well be in the Army. It was one thing when I'm in Afghanistan. It's another when he's freaking 2 miles up the road.
Don't talk too loud about rejoining with your wife right there.
Oh, God, I'm not rejoining. Screw that. They can't pay me enough.
Are you sure they can't pay you enough?
Yeah, no, they can't pay me enough. No, can't pay me enough. All right, they've changed things way too much. I already hear my wife in the background. Do I need to kill somebody? Where are we hiding the body? Your uncle still has pigs, right? It's like, yeah, he does, but God. No, finally heard from Nick. Apparently he's been on the phone with family. So apparently, unlike the message he sent us earlier, this is not a good time.
Yeah. Well, I showed up instead of him.
It was supposed to be all of us. Keep the show lively. He's been phoning it in lately anyways.
Sorry, I'm not doing my part to keep it lively.
No, you are. I mean, it was rather entertaining at the 22-minute, 40-second mark where you finally had enough of being sober, walked into the kitchen, I'm assuming, and grabbed your bottle of Jameson.
Yes, that was his kitchen.
Yeah. Still got some, but I've drank a couple good chugs to deal with Zach and Zac.
I mean,
I'm not that bad now, am
I said both just for you.
I'm not that bad, though, now, am I?
Oh,
well. I've got a drink now.
I mean, I get it. I'm an ugly, hideous beast looking-wise.
That's why.
And you might have to drink in order to erase the memory of my face, but I'm not that bad to deal with, I don't believe.
No, you've been all right.
See, they like this Zach more.
Yeah, but he's related to this one, so he's like forced to have to like this one more.
I don't have to like anybody.
Just because you're related to somebody doesn't mean you have to like them. Trust me.
Exactly.
Oh, no. See, you don't understand. It's not just that he's related to me. It's the fact that, I've been around and backed him through all this stuff that he's had going on.
How did you back me?
I let you watch my dogs.
Oh, yeah, because that
he
really
had your back as he was running while you were head on.
Freaking country concert.
Hey, you could have gone. We would have took you this year, but no. This year you could have afforded. We would have paid for you. You just need like the day tickets because we had the campsite. It's fine, but and we could have got that like $15. It's nothing. But no, they canceled it because of COVID. So you didn't miss out.
Yeah,
don't worry. This year you didn't miss out on nothing, nowhere.
Ain't nothing happening anywhere. The Ohio State Fair has been canceled.
Oh, really?
I read that.
Well, everything around here's been canceled, and I know I said this to Zach yesterday, but Antietam National Battlefield, it's not too damn far away from me. They've actually canceled July 4th for there.
Oh, wow. So, with everything going on with COVID for Memorial Day, small towns, we're not allowed to have our every year parade.
Yep, same here.
Well,
so the mayor still wants to do something, which I think is awesome. Good for him.
Wait, your mayor?
Yes.
Your mayor's an idiot.
So instead of doing the parade, he wants everybody to meet on the street in the same area to get a flag and to walk the street and then go home.
Is he really trying to save himself after he screwed the pooch?
I mean, did he screw the pooch? He tried to, but couldn't get away with it because it didn't happen.
Politically, he screwed the pooch.
Politically, yeah, but...
Okay, so this is figuratively. Okay.
Yes, he didn't actually...
That type of thing is kind of common. Anyhow.
No, how about it's politics, so that kind of thing's probably common. It's a politician. They've done something somewhere. You wouldn't be surprised. Romney, turns out it's a bad thing to put your dog on top of your car. And then binders of women. I mean, he didn't have binders of women. That whole thing was funny. But that's besides the point. Turns out if you have the names of women that you're going to interview for jobs and you have them binders full of them, people are just going to turn and say you have binders of women, and it sounds like a really bad thing instead.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that sounds horrible? Oh, God. Oh, the things. But no, I mean, I can see where you're coming from.
I think it's awesome he wants to do something.
In spite of the fact that he's not really allowed to do anything.
Right. But
Well, we're on a health advisory in Ohio now, a severe health advisory. It's not orders anymore.
what the hell's a health advisory?
Well, that would be like Pennsylvania's yellow phase.
What's a flood advisory? I mean,
Is it like a severe weather advisory?
Yeah, kind of. Like,
Well, honestly, anytime
if
it
it rains, my yard
rains,
floods, so I don't understand why they need a flood advisory. Just tell me it's
Yeah.
going to rain. I know what's going to happen.
there's no reason to give you an advisory or a warning on a flood because, I mean, let's just face it. Rain, oh shit, I don't have any grass to mow. Time to fire up the mower to use the blade as a pump into the farmer's field across the street.
And throw them.
I don't know where you came up with that the first time because my lawnmower would flood out if I ever thought about doing that. That'd be
Still,
up
it's
over
kind
the,
of funny. Think about it.
Oh yeah, but it'd be up over the exhaust of that lawnmower. I don't think you understand. It's up to the intake. It's pretty
Well,
bad.
you sent me pictures, and I'm like, oh,
How
you
flooded
don't have a
was your
choice
yard?
but to put waders on to go to work to
What's-
deal
what's
with all the
Josh?
bullshit.
How
Josh.
flooded was your yard?
The Nerf bars of the truck, which I have oversized tires on.
Yeah.
Yeah, up to the Nerf bars. If you like your car, if you open the door, you would end up with water inside your car.
So, two of the local roads just outside of my town flooded, which I had never seen in my life.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was
It was actually kind of cool.
My wife said you're perfectly invited over here the next time it floods. You can help us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll bring
Bring your mower so you can help pump the water into the farmer's field.
That doesn't even make sense though.
I know it doesn't make any sense, but you know the blades suck up the grass and shoot it out to the side.
When my parents lived here before us, they used the snow plow to shove all the water. There's video of him using the plow to push the water across the street. That's how bad it was. And that's before they made it worse. What happened was the field behind us.
To the township that their drainage in the area sucks.
No. What happened was the farmer to the west of us on the backside of the property redid his irrigation, and when he did that, it shoved everything our way. So a road that already flooded forever, not quite this bad, now just torrential freaking pond when it happens. It's higher than cinder blocks. Like everything in my garage, anything that would sit on ground levels on old tires to keep it from freaking getting to it.
Did you hear about
on old tires?
The robbery last night?
No. Where I live?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I did not.
Do you know where they put the pencil stands?
Yeah.
There was a robbery there with shots fired.
Huh.
Over what I heard was a total of $6.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah,
You know, that brings up another interesting point here. I don't know why it triggered it in my mind.
Neither do we.
Yeah, I know. My mind works in the weirdest ways, and nobody can even figure it out. For the past 4 hours, there has been no helicopter available for life flights.
No, you're wrong. We've only been on for an hour and 8 minutes.
No. I'm saying for the past 4 hours, there is not a life flight helicopter available in this area.
Why?
They have so many incidences right now of stupid crap happening.
You know why? People, it's literally what happens when you have people at home too long, and then you give them a semblance of freedom. It's dumb privates after a freaking lockdown. It's dumb privates after a deployment. You give them a little bit of freedom, they're gonna fuck it all up.
So one incident, and I feel really bad for the person in a way because I mean, you know, it sucks, but you know, they were lighting their trash barrel on fire and lit themselves on fire.
Oh Jesus.
Another person knowing the road that it happened on. I don't know really how to feel about the motorcyclist. I mean, if it's one thing where like somebody pulled out in front of him, yeah, okay, I feel bad for him. If it was the fact that he was just being an idiot, like is what's being reported, you know, Darwinism happens. So he wound up hitting a concrete bridge abutment at a high rate, at way more than the speed limit. So, I mean, if a car pulled out in front of him, okay, he's an idiot for going that fast over the speed limit. But at the same time, a car pulling out in front of you on a motorcycle, that's not going to go well no matter which way you look at it, no matter what speed you're going.
No.
Another stupid incident. Somebody flipped their four-wheeler on top of themselves at a local campground around here. So, it's like, how do you do that in a campground on your own site, flipping a four-wheeler on top of yourself? It's just like there's so many stupid accidents happening. Well, I mean, they just moved us to yellow phase to where you can start to go out and do things. Even though
your answer. Here is your answer. How's somebody at their own campsite, for the first time they're allowed to go camping all year for the season, flip an ATV on top of themselves? Too much of this.
Okay. Finally lost my game. I'll put my phone away now and pay attention to what you're saying.
How do you think somebody flipped an ATV on top of themselves? They're driving drunk. Just wait.
But considering that in this area that I live in, there's 8 life flight helicopters. They're that busy that they can't respond for 45 minutes for the past 4 hours.
Well, that's if
bad.
That's if there's not one of them in the shop or anything too. You got to remember there's always they always want to keep one. They always keep one for emergencies. Like
that 8 figure I just gave you is the ones that are supposed to be in the air. There's a fleet of 12 of them. They can have up to 4 of them down. 8 of them are supposed to be in the air.
Nice.
Oh, don't do anything stupid right now.
It's too late for that. I'm on the show, aren't I?
You did miss it though, Josh. I did get informed that I had a sick goatee. I was very, very concerned. So we did trim this down. This is why this is shorter now. We trimmed it down to make sure that it wasn't, it didn't have any viruses or anything. So I got informed live on the show that I had a sick goatee.
I trimmed it just a little bit, shaped it up.
Yeah.
Made it look a little cleaner.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I was nervous. I was afraid. With that sick goatee.
We're going to have to quarantine it.
I thought about it. We might have, but we were good. The doctors were not concerned. They were not concerned.
Dr. Cat, did she check it out?
No, Dr. Kitty. Dr. Kitty checked it out. Dr. Kitty checked it out to make sure it was good.
That kitty looks a little rough.
Oh, this one. Sorry, I got informed I had the wrong one. This one is Dr. Kitty. You can tell by the little bit more fading because one was intended to be a emergency substitute for the other, and it did not work out.
Yeah.
In my boredom here at the house, though, I have come up with some creative ways to be halfway useful and resourceful.
If you think so.
Well, I have my dehumidifiers going to a condensate pump that was just pumping the water outside. I don't know why. I had a cut off 55-gallon drum in my shed. So I took that and put it underneath the spigot while where the water comes out through the hose of the condensate pump in the wall. Set that up, and now whenever it rains, whatever, fine. It'll water the garden and all, but I'm reclaiming that water instead of just letting it run on the ground and using that to water the garden when it's dry.
Do you feel special?
I just feel pretty cool that, I was able to keep water from running down my foundation and actually put it to a good use from dehumidifier.
So, in other words, what you're saying is you're voting for Biden now?
I didn't say that.
AOC
county's public resources is what you're doing, sir.
Yeah,
I didn't say that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little concerned now. All of a sudden, going green. Next thing you're going to tell me we have too many cows.
Well, right now that is a problem. Having too many cows, people need to buy more beef.
No, the butchers need to open up.
Yeah.
That was what the issue was. It was nothing about needing to buy more beef. The demand was there. The supply existed. The in-between structure was what was missing. And then the other factor that the stores were limiting how much you could actually purchase, which was creating people thinking that there was a supply issue when there really wasn't.
Yeah, the only supply issue was the middle, going from the product, which is the cow, to the table.
Right, and the small independent dairies had issues, but they're handled differently. They weren't contractual ones; they were a whole different.
Hey, the dairy around here did a great thing, for the community. Anybody who needed it could drive up, and they wound up just going ahead and giving them the excess milk rather than just going ahead and dumping it on the fields.
Well, here comes the issue, right? I don't trust any dairy from anywhere near your area in Pennsylvania.
Well, I mean, I understand that with the transportation all the way over to where you're at.
Well, no. You told me that the one dairy had issue, and the whole farming community had to deal with some nonsense. So I'm just saying I would not trust any dairy from your area.
No, that whole contractual thing is gone altogether. Trickling Springs Creamery, you can look it up. They went under big time in a bad way. Robbing Peter to pay Paul type of deal. And all the owners are locked up in jail. They basically screwed over the entire Mennonite community in the area of millions and millions of dollars.
Now, what was this that happened? Like, send me a link. I'll read it.
What is it? What's it called?
Trickling Springs Creamery. Just search that.
Trickling Springs Creamery. Okay.
Because on my phone, trying to do the screen share thing, it ain't gonna work.
Good.
I got it. I'm gonna leave it pulled up.
Oh, it's ready for immediate sale.
You'll love it. You'll love it. All the stuff that they had there that pounded them. And, this is a creamery that supplied a lot of restaurants with specialty organic milk products for Washington, D.C., everywhere.
$60 million of fraud.
That was the low end of the spectrum. They actually think that the fraud went closer to 100 million now as the investigation has continued.
Opened 2001, blah, blah, blah. Paid off older investors with money from new investors. Investors had lost $59.7 million.
I mean, that's how you do it. You pay off your old investors with the new. They were thinking.
Hey, you think Celadon would hire me?
Wow, Celadon.
Too soon? Too soon?
Actually, Celadon, no, that one is not too soon. The one that would be too soon is, what is it? Comtrack?
No. Oh, I see, because it's been a little while.
Comtrack is the latest and greatest one, but they're actually doing it right. They're not they're not shutting off fuel cards or anything like that. They're getting their drivers taken care of.
Hold on. So, Josh, what happened with Celadon was they did get them all turned back on, but the trucking company Celadon was up for jail and fraud and everything else for kind of the same thing. It was a trucking company, though, and so they shut off everybody's fuel cards and told them they had to bring their equipment back in, and then I had to go, oh shit, maybe we might need to, and they would activate case by case for each fuel card to make sure you didn't have full tanks when you pulled it into the damn yard, because I've still seen Celadon trailers being towed around randomly, getting them back to yards because they're going to have to
Celadon trailer. There's Celadon trailer that still has a dry load on it sitting at Love's at the state line here with Maryland that's been there since they shut down. So that's what, 6 months now?
I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah, something like that, roughly.
All you got to do, you don't even have to search Celadon on this one. Largest trucking bankruptcy.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. It's bad. It was hilarious. It makes you glad you don't work there anymore. That one of those things.
Also, Falcon Transport.
Yeah. That was local for us because that was Youngstown. Youngstown?
Yep.
Yeah. But that was because they were so embedded with GM that when they shut that GM plant, they were screwed.
Yeah. What is that? Lord?
Yeah.
Lordstown?
Yeah, Lordstown plant.
Yep. I know right where all those places are too.
Josh, you look like you're thinking.
No, just
You lean back.
bullshit.
You lean back like you had something to say. You're like, oh, I have comments to make. Oh, I'm waiting. Finish your sentence. So nothing? Nothing.
No, nothing. I don't listen to the news or know what's going on in the world.
This was an industry thing. This is why, because they had that creamery. They had their own trucks, so you keep track of things in your own industry because it affects your industry. Kind of like with you, you're going to keep track.
They did not have their own trucks in the end, though.
No.
2 years prior, they sold off their fleet to a 3PL. So the first sign of a company having trouble when they have their own trucks is them getting rid of their own trucks. And everybody missed it, and they invested even more into it.
Well, but anyway, so it's like with you work in the pharmaceutical industry, so you keep track of, if you hear another pharmaceutical manufacturer that is like one of your competitors, you'll keep track of what's going on because that could affect you both the positive or the negative. It could show an industry error, in which case you go, okay, the industry's falling. Even though you would think pharmaceutical wouldn't, you guys are actually in for the increase instead of the decrease because of things coming out of overseas market into the U.S. market, but that can also cause strain on your industry in the rush to hire morons, and then the unions try coming in and they'll shut their doors to avoid having a union even in their business.
I only keep track of a little bit of what goes on in my industry.
And that's the thing. Like with us, if one driver talks to another driver, you're going to hear everything. They're worse than the Dorcas circle at any church. Truck drivers are worse than the Dorcas circle. They are going to run their mouth.
That's my grandmother's name now.
The Dorcas circle is going to run their mouth.
The only thing that's really blown my mind about this job I have now is one product that we run called nitrofurantoin. It is a urinary tract infection medicine, and how fucking expensive this stuff is.
Right.
Well, hang on. If you want to talk about expense, how expensive is that?
If you were to get a bottle of the medicine that we make from a pharmacy without a prescription, or without insurance, without insurance.
Yeah, without a prescription. So we're talking street prices now. Street prices.
If you get it without insurance, you're looking at $3,200.
Hey, bud.
That's not bad.
Hey, yo.
Look at cyclosporine.
You got that stuff for that urinary tract infection?
It's urinary
you got that
tract
stuff.
medicine.
You got that stuff.
Yeah, no. Now look at cyclosporine, though. You know where I'm going with this one, Zach.
Cyclosporine is used to decrease the immune system's response to a transplanted organ. The lowest GoodRx price for the most common version of cyclosporine is around $95.68.
Yeah, but if you have to have it,
$68.55.
If you have to have it without insurance or anything like that,
that's what I'm looking at right now. You're looking
it's
at
over $1,000 a pill. And my first wife, unfortunately, she passed away from cancer. She wound up having to take 6 to 12 of those per day.
So, according to Google, and it's just Google.
And that's current prices, too.
The average cyclosporine price without insurance is about $642 for a supply of 60 100 milligram capsules.
That's now, though. That's what you got to remember, Zach. Yeah. That's now versus...
that was 5 years ago.
Yeah. So there's a significant difference. It's just like my son's on one that cost, was it like $6,000 a month or some nonsense? And that's with insurance. Yeah. It's a double insurance payment for it. So, well, look at everybody on insulin. Look at the price of EpiPens. We can go on and on about pharmaceutical. But if we didn't have the pharmaceutical prices to begin with, we wouldn't have any of the development because they take a risk to begin with, knowing they'll get the money later, which is why it starts out at such an astronomical price to begin with, because they've already spent the money to get it. They have to make it somewhere, and it's horrible, and it seems like it's a racket, even though it really, really isn't.
And the crazy part is with cyclosporine specifically, okay, you got to look at it this way, and Josh can confirm this. It might be the same name of drug, but there's different formulations, so that way the different parts of it absorb differently and affect you differently.
Yeah.
So,
well, look
like
at
the cyclosporine that he was talking about, that 642 for a 60 pill supply, that's your average one. She actually had to have, I can't remember what formulation they called it. It was a specific one, formulation 2 or something like that. I can't remember.
But anyways,
that was 5 years ago. But I mean, they were over $1,000 per pill if we didn't have insurance. And the worst part about it is, and Josh, you can understand from my end on this one, potentially that medication could save somebody's life, period.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She unfortunately passed. I still had 100 of those pills in my possession. You can't just give it away. I literally had to go down to the police station, turn it in for them to burn it. Meanwhile, somebody without insurance, that could have saved their life.
Yeah.
If there was some sort of a program to be able to go ahead and be like, okay, due to unfortunate events in my life, maybe I can help somebody else's life out.
Well,
do they need this? It'd be great if it could be sent on, because they were in their own sealed individual packets.
Right, which I mean, you end up with still a contamination risk. Or plus the sheer fact, I mean, they're yeah. I mean, it's a complicated system, but you also have to remember that that it is what it is. It's going to be what it is. There's no way around it. The problem is when you're not in this country, you just go on a waiting list. So it's easy to say, oh no, you're going to sell that cheaper. Yeah, but you're not going to see it for freaking 30 days, and you needed it 60 days ago.
Yeah.
So we can complain all we want about our medical system, but this is my go-to all the time. The VA system is a socialist healthcare system. All right. If you can't get it right with 1% of the population, don't give it to the other 99.
Yeah. If we're going to model it, okay, here's my take on it, because I mean, I've been to Germany. Okay. Germany does have socialist medicine, but it's actually halfway effective compared to other places. It really is. They have 3 different tiers. You get your choice. It's kind of like HMO, in different things in different ways.
HMO was a freaking destruction of the healthcare system too.
It is. It is. So the lowest category that you would pay into, and mind you, it's through your payroll taxes, is like an HMO. And then you got your 2 other tiers. It's all on you, what you want. But at the same time, you don't have the wait lists that we hear about from Canada over in Germany.
Well, here's my thing, right? I'll stand by this one. We don't have Sharia law yet, so I'm not going to follow anything Germany does. But this mask thing comes close. Telling me I must cover my face. Must do it by no choice of my own. It does not take long for them to look and go, well, men don't need to, but women must. Women must, because women are more health conscious than the men. So the men won't, and the women will still keep doing it. Next thing you know, you have taken that fine line step.
What?
And next thing you know, you're making out with a dog. I mean, this show has gone.
Oh, I was petting my dog too earlier.
I love my dog. He's a good boy.
I had Dozer on.
Fine. We have 3 viewers. Who's viewing now? Post a comment in the comments. Please, God.
My dog. Pretty boy.
Can you tell that he's alone now?
It happens.
Oh, you lonelies.
But no, hello, random viewer. If you're Nick, you still have time, and we know it. My daughter just noticed there's a puppy on the screen.
Yeah.
You have your own puppy. This one's mine.
Let me see if I can't get Dozer to come back out here with me.
But no, I mean, if it's Nick, you still have time. If it's not Nick, go ahead. You can post in the comments. Just if you walk me into a trap question, I'll take it around it just like I did the last one.
I will answer any and all trap questions because I don't care.
Come here, boy.
Will you?
Come on.
Why not?
Will you? Will you?
Dozer,
Yeah.
come. Here he comes.
Yeah.
I'll mess with him in a minute. Come on, Dozer.
Oh, boy.
And do realize there is a delay. So if you've already
Here.
commented,
Here, boy.
there's a delay.
Come here.
There's a fancy delay.
Here's Dozer. And he's actually got all 4 feet on the ground next to me here.
Mine's
here.
kind of hopped up in my lap a little bit. Oh, look at the good boys. Go get yours back.
So the thing is,
Zach,
one of them might be Zach's fiance. Is that what she is? Fiance. Use the appropriate
Danny,
terminology.
yeah, she was yelling in the background.
I would not want to misidentify
There you go.
her status.
There we go.
I've seen what happens. I've seen what happens if you misgender people, right? People go nuts. I know what happens if you misidentify the status of the girl somebody's with. You call them a girlfriend, and it's a wife. They either giggle. You call them a fiance, a girlfriend. They lose their shit. It's just the way women are. That's a status thing.
Staring at your dog.
Depends on how big of a ring you put on too, and how secure they feel. You.
What's that, Josh?
Oh, he was staring at your dog when it was just on the screen a little bit ago.
You, Zach, you probably gave her freaking like a half a diamond on that ring.
No, I wasn't that cheap.
For a change.
I won't say how much I spent on the engagement and the wedding ring for my ex. Did I tell you it's all actually going to be finally?
Oh, you're going to finally be.
Yeah.
Oh, swipe left, everyone. Swipe left.
We finally got her lawyer to stop trying to fight us having an agreement.
Oh, so you're going to have a custody agreement too.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't know this is necessarily something you want to talk live about.
Don't bother me.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it hasn't finalized in court.
No, she's already signed. We signed. We sent it into the courts. Her lawyer wanted to get one last jab in, I think, and said, nope, that's not correct. You got to send it back, and you have to have 2 witnesses instead of 1, and this unofficial copy's got to be notarized.
Oh.
So
we lost 2 of our viewers.
So we did all that. We sent it back in. We still got court on the July 20th. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, everything.
And it's going to actually make sense for a change?
Yeah. So part of the agreement that we all signed is I'm getting the car free and clear, which it's a piece of crap worth like $1,200, whatever. But it's in both of our names, so she's got to sign the title over. But we don't have the title. We can't find it, so we got to go get a new one.
Right.
It's hard for her and me to meet up at the same time to go to the DMV. So I asked her about signing a power of attorney for it.
Oh, then she just has to go to DMV and get a notarized form for it. Hey,
Right. But her lawyer said no, do not sign a power of attorney to sign over the car because it's too intrusive on her rights. And
just one more
A
jab.
special power of attorney for a car is very minor. You know, you do a special power of attorney for the reason that you don't want them to do other things. So what the hell's the issue?
because her lawyer thinks I am abusive and controlling and manipulative, and I'm going to get her in some form or fashion. When she's already said, yeah, I'll sign them. I don't want to go to the DMV with you because I live an hour away from it.
Actually,
Considering how docile your dog is with you, yeah, no, I don't see that.
Right.
It's more of really, she doesn't want to be around you any more than she has to, and the amount of time waiting in line at the DMV is a little more.
Right, but she is all for signing the power of attorney.
She doesn't have to have the lawyer even involved in doing the power of attorney.
But I gave them to her the other day. I'm look, you can sign these. You can take them to your lawyer so she sees that I can't frickin' open up 16 lines of credit in your name with them.
Right, because it comes straight from the DMV.
Yeah. So
Right.
if somehow my wife's lawyer ever sees this, don't be fucking stupid. That's how I feel about her.
I can drink to that too. Let me grab another one.
Well, you know.
Yeah, so court July 20th and everything will finally be done.
And the kids are still in localized school here?
Yes, I am residential parent for school purposes. She gets the kids 3 weekends a month and on Wednesday nights.
Oh, wow.
Dude, her lawyer was trying to get so much other crap. I just settled for that without fighting much. I told her if she didn't give me at least that, it would go to final hearing and I'd fight her for everything. So she finally agreed.
3
Well, you know,
months.
3
on
weekends.
live air, I don't want to ask too many questions or anything like that. But, you know, sounds like the right choice is being made for the kids where they're not having to change schools.
Well, yeah, no, that's not the issue. The issue is the other way around, and it's more of at least you're not dragging the children through the case any longer. Now, if anything goes get changed, they won't be in the same limbo boat of agreement they were in while this is waiting to finalize.
Her
Oh,
lawyer.
yeah. And I'll be honest with you. If you honestly can't stand the person that you're with and you're going to get a divorce either way, don't wait until the kids are 18 or anything like that. I've been in those shoes. That absolutely sucks. That's the worst thing ever because, you know, I found myself actually questioning everything that I was raised on to know, okay, what's really real here? What was the truth? What was a lie the whole time of my entire childhood?
Oh, with you, everything was a lie.
Right.
Duh.
I mean, the reason that we finally agreed to it, her lawyer was trying to nickel and dime down to how many minutes per year we each had with the kids. And if
Minutes per year?
Oh,
year.
Oh.
And
So
if I
her
had
lawyer-
the kids any more than that, it would just be unfair.
her lawyer is a fool because she doesn't realize that thanks to my parents, when I was growing up, Ohio now has a plus or minus 1 hour rule to all picking up and dropping off of children. The cops didn't like getting called constantly. So you're welcome.
But
We went from county on up for there. The Ohio now has that, you know, it's a plus or minus 1 hour. You can be an hour early and an hour late.
If they're misbehaving really bad, drop them off an hour early.
Well, and the other parent has to be available. That became the thing. Instead of going, oh, it is exactly 5 o'clock, 5:01. We're in the car and gone because they were late. Oh, don't you dare show up early. You're 5 minutes early. It was a headache. And yeah.
So actually, according to the lawyers now with this, at least in Ohio, the standard practice for this is whichever parent is receiving the child.
Right.
Is responsible for transport.
Really? That's
Yeah.
hefty. So
like
if you're
when she
picking
gets
up
them,
a kid,
so like when she gets them on Wednesdays,
she has to get them.
she has to get them. It states that she's supposed to take them to school Thursday morning.
Oh, and drop them off is what you're saying.
No. Since like if she just had them overnight and there was no school, I'd technically be responsible for picking them up. But it's stated that she's supposed to take them to school Thursday morning.
Right,
Same
right.
on Friday night, she's receiving the kids, so she gets them, and then she takes them to school Monday morning.
Oh, hold up.
We'll see how it all plays out.
That's an oddity as well. Yeah, when the truant officer's involved and they look and go, well, you're the residential parent.
No, I am residential only for school purposes. Whoever has the kids at that time is considered residential parent and legal guardian.
Again, when the school starts blowing up your phone trying to find out why the kids aren't there on time on Monday.
here's their mother's number. She is legally responsible for them and getting them to school. But if she fails in her responsibilities, then I take it to court and get the agreement changed.
Right. Oh, hey, we got another. Hi, whoever the other viewer is. How are you?
Hi, Mr. Doesn't comment on our shit.
You can post a comment. We'll relate to your comment.
Oh, Mr. or Mrs. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to assume your gender.
Didn't you? Didn't you?
I just figured it was a guy.
You did assume.
No woman in her right mind is going to watch this.
Well, yeah, because
No woman in her right mind should watch this.
my wife is not watching it at all. She's playing her video game, and out the corner of her eye watches comments. That's it. Comments. No, we're not. No, there's no more puppies. Oh, you play your puppy game? Okay. We're not bringing puppies back. This is not the puppy hour.
No, but it's gone on for an hour longer than it should have.
No. We did 3 hours the other day.
Yeah, and that was like 7 hours too long.
Yeah, but you know.
I have to test it.
You realize that the private chat she's not on, right?
Really? She's not on that?
No. You can't ask her if she's really watching it in the private chat because she's not on that. She's watching the actual YouTube channel, not the freaking studio.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay, we need to. This is why I have not turned over any production to you whatsoever.
Yeah, because I'm broken and retarded.
The producer. That's who. The producer. No. The cousin's at least reliable. Attention. The cousin's at least reliable.
Nobody here is reliable. I'm only here because I had nothing better to do tonight.
Damn, that's cold.
No, it's true. Oh, we get a new dog too. Once we move. The deposit's already been put down.
Something else has come up now, and I'm going to have to hop on.
Come up. Something else has always come up.
No,
hold on. I'm going to mute it.
Oh, okay. I was told to send you a picture of the dog later, Josh.
Oh, hold on. Okay. Listen to this crap.
So this booker comes over to the house, tells me
what?
Parker.
Person? Just a person?
No, what person? Does this person have a name?
What kind of person? A male person? A female person?
A white person? An Asian person?
Gingy, the boy.
Oh, so your son came over to your house?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he was across the yard over at his grandparents'.
Because they're quarantined too.
Me feel bad.
Yeah.
Tries to make me feel bad because I didn't let him play Fortnite at 8:00 when Sissy was watching Tots. No, it's not 8:00. Well, you could have got on it.
What, are we helping parent children? Did we just get?
Dude, my kids aren't here. I am not parenting kids right now.
He's upset because he didn't get his golden Deadpool in Fortnite.
Oh, nice.
How dare you? Don't you know kids can make money playing these video games now? You are ruining your child's financial future.
Yeah, it's your mom's old one. Nothing.
So.
Nothing, Daddy dearest.
Oh, we're talking.
Oh. You're going to go play what?
What?
Oh. I had her Switch on her earlier today. I'm in trouble for that one right now.
I don't know what you did. Anyways, I don't know what you went on about. So I saw this thing on it got emailed to us on that Quora thing. I don't even know how we ended up getting emailed from Quora. Whatever this question, people ask stupid questions thing. And Quora, this person asked the question, how do they get their kids' Steam back? Because they had bad grades, so they deleted the kid's Steam, and now the kid won't talk to them. I'm like, the people are like, you can't. Once you delete it, you can't. So, yeah.
I haven't used Steam in years. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, deleted this Steam game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nothing. Apparently, they can't get it back. Any people are like, oh my God, you're a horrible parent. You wasted this child's money and blah blah blah. And if you paid for all the games, you wasted it yourself. There's no going back here.
Wait,
and it's
wait. Hold on. So they just deleted the game off his Steam account?
No, deleted the whole Steam account.
Oh, well. Listen to your parents. Don't be a little shithead.
Do your homework.
I mean, what rights do you really have as an underage American living in your parents' home?
Oh God, you should have seen the comments. Everybody's commenting about how horrible this parent is. This parent got guilt tripped into feeling bad for it. I'm like, okay. Well,
Okay, I'm going to be perfectly honest here, all right? I'm teaching my kids multiple forms of government. As they get older, it'll become more democratic and republic-like, okay? Right now, at their age, they ain't got a choice. This is a dictatorship.
And he's the dictator.
he's the dick.
I'm the dick. She's the tater. I don't know how you would. Never mind. That came out so wrong. Yep, we're going to get flagged now.
You said you're going to Sonic?
I mean,
Hot dogs and tater tots?
it's my kid. I'm going to punish them or discipline them however I see fit. If you don't like it, fuck off. I'm not.
Well, here's the thing. They brought it on.
I actually had to discipline one of my kids in front of their teacher.
Well,
And-
here's where it's bad, right? They went onto this question board to ask how do they get it back, and everybody's like can't, and then started judging. The parent already felt guilty, and it's like, why do you feel guilty? Like, okay, your kid's upset because of it. Get over it. Are you serious? Suck it up a little bit. Like, you're the parent. You did this, right? You cannot show fear. Do not backtrack. You have to go with it. Once you've already done it, just go with it. There's no backtracking. Never. Everybody's like, oh, you should show your kids no, never apologize to your kids. It's like SJW.
No.
Never apologize to an SJW. When you make a decision, you made that decision. There's no apologizing for the decision. You thought that decision through very fully before you did it. Now, I'm not saying you broke your kid's arm by accident because they, literally, like, there's reasons to apologize. But as a parent and the disciplinarian, you don't apologize because, I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings because I deleted your video games, or I took all your video games to GameStop and traded them in for a gift card. No, I'm not going to feel bad.
Now, I disagree on the fact because I'm a very strict parent with my kids, and they know that. There are times when, if I'm having a bad day, I might have been too strict on my kids. And I will tell my oldest, like, hey, look, sorry. Daddy was kind of mean there. I didn't mean to be such a jerk. But
I only apologize when I lose my cool.
right.
That's different. I'm talking when you choose a discipline, you don't backtrack on it. You never apologize. It's like SJWs. The second you apologize, you've shown weakness. Once you show weakness, you're screwed.
Now,
The best punishment that I have ever come up with for these kids of mine, right? I'm not going to lie to you, and this will get a chuckle out of everybody here, even people who view this.
Ha 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 ha!
The best discipline I ever gave these kids, they decided to cut a beanbag chair open and see what was inside. If they wanted to see what was inside, I would have had no problem. It's the fact that they grabbed the scissors without permission, ripped it open in a bedroom, and then threw the little styrofoam beads everywhere, and getting in the heater in the early springtime where we're still using the heat.
Yeah, there's
So,
numbers on those things. What were they thinking?
so they wanted to play with scissors, right? So here's what I did for punishment for creating such a hell of a mess. I'm not kidding you. This was one hell of a freaking mess in that room. I wound up giving them each a pair of scissors. I asked for their grandmother in the backyard to come over here and supervise them while I cleaned up the mess and tried to get all the styrofoam beads out of the baseboard heater. I had her come over, supervise them while they were in the yard doing all the weed whacking with pairs of scissors.
I don't understand how that's punishment. My grandma did that to us just to like literally get us to do something because she didn't want to deal with us. It's like, hey,
Well,
this is what you gotta go do. You gotta
for
help
them,
with
that
the
was-
yard work.
Yeah. Now, as far as like underage drinking goes, my dad had the best form of discipline on that with me.
Wait.
I came.
Was it legal discipline?
Yeah, actually it was. I came home shit faced. I'm not gonna lie, underage. I'm not gonna say how old. Almost legal, but he ended up going ahead and waking me up like 2 hours later because I tripped and fell on the last step going up them to my bedroom. He said if I would have made it to my bedroom without tripping and falling, he wouldn't have cared, let it go. But because I tripped and fell, he woke me up what would be 2 hours later to go to the store to pick up all the supplies that were needed. I had to replace the 6 foot high solid yellow pine fence
Oh,
while
nice.
still drunk and hungover.
Nice. I'll be right back. Keep it going for a second.
I never got in trouble for drinking, probably because every time I should have gotten caught and they asked me, I told them the truth of what I was doing, and they didn't believe me.
Well, here's where my dad had the problem. Okay, it wasn't necessarily drinking; it was the fact that I was that drunk, and I drove myself home.
Right.
He told me if I would have texted him, called him, anything like that, and stayed there, he wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
It's the fact that I drove home 20 miles like that. That was his biggest problem. So that's why he wound up grabbing a Sawzall when we came home after picking up all the lumber in his pickup truck that he made me load each piece one at a time, even though Home Depot offered to use a forklift. He grabbed the Sawzall and just chopped down the fence. He's like, it doesn't need replaced, but you're going to replace it.
No.
Now, my friend whose house I was at, he actually came to check up on me and make sure I made it home later on. And I said, you want to get out of here right now before my dad sees you. He's not in a good mood. He's like, okay. Too late. My dad walked out the back door as soon as he showed up checking up on me because he hadn't heard from me, obviously, for obvious reasons. So he shows up. My dad winds up coming out the back door. He's like, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and pick up a shovel too and start digging a hole for a new post? And he did. He actually stayed there with me and helped dig the holes and put up the new fence.
That works.
Yeah, I mean, I had some good friends back in the day. They actually stuck around. If I was in trouble, they'd stick around.
See, I was never the one. I was never one to drink and drive. I was always the one that I've walked home like 12 miles drunk as hell before. I also tried to make a 6-mile walk home while shit-faced drunk and woke up in a farmer's field laying back against the cow the next morning.
I've woke up in a ditch with no clothes on before being that drunk when I was younger.
6-mile walk, 6 miles straight, one direction, and I couldn't make it. Couldn't make it.
Yep. And then, I'm honestly not too proud of the fact, but yeah, in Germany, I'll be honest with you, I was what you could consider a professional drunk. The bars closed down at 5 a.m. over there. I had to be in formation at 6:30. I would go out all night, come back in, get changed for PT formation in the mornings, and go ahead and go about my whole day. Whenever we'd get released for the day, I'd go to sleep. I'd get up around 10 o'clock and go back out to the bars and do it all over again.
I couldn't do it anymore.
No, not at all.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that type of crap anymore.
I want to not necessarily top your story, but to hit your story. I used to come home, legal drinking age, drinking age. And I'm staying at home visiting, just visiting. Oh, yeah, you're fine to stay here. Coming home for a week, that's fine. Go to the bar, no problem. You know, you better be home by 11. If you're not home by 11, I'd literally be locked out of the house. I had to sleep in my car. It's like I'm home visiting. Like, oh, yeah, well, you'll wake the dog up, and then I'll never be able to get back to sleep. It's like horse shit.
I had a 2 a.m. rule, even being legal drinking age. I had a 2 a.m. rule because my dad would have to get up at 2 a.m. to go to work. And he had 2 deadbolts on the door. The top deadbolt I had a key to. The bottom deadbolt I did not.
Yeah. 11 o'clock p.m. It's like, well, looks like I'm sleeping in my car. Good thing it was
right in the driveway, waiting for them to wake up.
No. See, here's the fun part. There's you know what an Eagles is? Like the Eagles, the lodges, like the.
Yeah.
Okay. There's an Eagle. Right. Yeah. Okay. Fraternal Order of the Eagles. Right. So there's the Eagles parking lot. They have like an excess parking lot across the street from their building. That's where I had to park my car because whenever I came home to visit, there's only street parking and there's only room for 2 cars. So I'm parked there. So I'm drunk on public, like technically private, somebody else's private property that the cops patrol. So you got to make sure you don't have your keys with you, because if you go even walking towards your car with your keys in your hand, you'll get a DUI.
Yep. Because of intent. DUI intent.
They'll hit you for the intent. So you had to make sure that you threw your keys in the driver's seat when you climbed into the back of the truck to sleep.
Yeah, and where I grew up,
that's where
as long as the key was out of reach, the key had to be out of reach of the driver.
Yeah, and that's how I also found out that you can't buy beer until like 6 a.m. I had no idea that was a thing when I went to the gas station. I was like, you're telling me like I can't what? So I stood there. I stood for 45 minutes at the gas station waiting until I could buy the beer.
Nice.
I was like, well, I got nothing else to do.
So going back to that's not always true. I used to have an old Grand Caravan or something. I had all the back seats taken out.
You had a shaggin' wagon.
Hold on.
All my
locally? Wait. Locally, or when you lived like the other side of the state?
Locally.
Okay.
Shaggin' wagon.
But I had all my camping stuff in there. I had my air mattress blown up at all times in the back. And on the weekends, I'd either go camping or I would go bar hopping. And I got drunk as hell at a local bar right down the street from the police station. And,
okay. Local is in where you're at right now?
Local is in your town.
Oh, okay.
And I walked out of the club.
Yeah, okay, club. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
and I started walking to a parking lot that's right across the street.
It's a small community if you know there's only one club.
Right.
No. There's no club. They just want to call themselves a club.
Right. But I had my van parked right across the street from a local car dealership, like behind a church or something.
Right.
It's technically a church.
Yeah.
But I started stumbling back that way to my van because I was going to go to sleep. Well, I got like halfway down the block and an officer walks up to me and asked me what the hell I was doing. And I mumbled and slurred that my van's right there. I'm going to go to bed. And he walked me to my van. He said, I'm going to take your keys. You can get them back in the morning.
Just to make sure you weren't
dumb.
Yeah, took my keys instead of letting there be that chance and just let me sleep. And I went there in the morning and I'm just like, I walked in and he's not there, obviously. And I'm like, you guys got my keys? An officer took them from me last night. And the lady at the front desk just kind of laughed. She's like, oh, that was you. I got my keys and went home. But so not always taking your keys to the van will get you.
No. But
and I had a cop friend of my dad's that used to look out for me in certain ways where he know I'd be out doing something dumb and he would find me and he'd try and get me out of the situation. His way of getting me out of the situation is, I'm following your ass home. You're not leaving your house for the rest of the night. So it was one of those things where unofficial house arrest type of deal. And, looking back, it was really great because, he knew what I was up to. He knew what I was doing and all. The worst thing that I ever did to him, and I really do regret it, he knew I had been drinking that night. He wound up asking me, can you count the change in your pocket? And I said 85 cents, and I threw it at him. And he said, all right, get your ass home. I better not see you again tonight. He knew I had 3 cars. Yes, at 18 and 19 years old, I had 3 cars at one time. So I took the Buick home. I had the Volkswagen parked in another spot, and I had my Jeep parked somewhere else. He caught me going to my Jeep and escorted my ass home. He said, get in your Jeep, fire it up, take it back to your house, park it in your yard. Okay, my dad wound up hearing about all this stuff. My dad was a little bit upset with me, but at the same time, honestly, looking back, that cop really did me a lot of huge favors where he could have legally just gone ahead and arrested my ass and taken me to jail.
Yeah. See, I'm from a real small town, and we had a cop like that. Good friends with our family. I was 18 years old, and I was doing 55 right through the middle of my hometown where it's a 25 speed limit. The cop saw me. I didn't see them. And I keep going. I pull into the gas station. I get my Mountain Dew and donut before work, and I come out, and this cop's leaned back on my car, just sitting on the hood. And I walk out. I see him, and I'm like, oh, crap, I'm in trouble. I walk up. They just look at me and they go, you know how fast you were going? Yeah, I know. And
Not fast enough. You got me.
Their response was, what would your mother say if I told her? I'm like, well, my mom would kill me.
Because you got caught.
She'd kill me. Yeah, so the police officer, he just said, I'm going to let you go with a warning, but I'm going to tell your mom.
As far as speed goes,
5 and a 25. I mean, that's reckless op.
Yeah, more than double the speed limit. So the worst thing that I ever had with speeding with the police was I was seeing a girl 60 miles away from my home. And this was when I was living with my dad. This is my first ex-fiance. And anyhow, they always like to sit around Town Hill to catch speeders on I-70. All right. So I'm flying in my Volkswagen, and it's set up for handling. It's not set up for top speed necessarily because it's not that fast accelerating. But it was an 06 Volkswagen Jetta TDI, German computer, German turbo, and all that stuff on it. I wound up having the parts imported. I'm not going to get into that.
So,
but
I just looked over, and I see this Lego giant snake being attacked by this giant Lego bird. I didn't know what to think of it. Then I realized it's Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I just look over and I see this. I'm like, what the hell is on the TV? I'm not that drunk. Yeah.
So I blow past this cop it's a 55 zone through there, but it's all straight away for like 6 miles. I blew past him well into the mid triple digits, going to 200, about 140, 150 with it, which is about max. He just flicked on his lights and shut them back off because I was just going that fast. I get into the town where the first ex-fiance lives, and I'm filling up on fuel when a state cop comes in. He winds up saying, hey, that looks like the vehicle that we're trying to figure out and track down. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, somebody clocked one doing about 130 miles an hour earlier, about 30 minutes ago at Town Hill. I was like, really? I didn't know these things could go that fast. I got back in my vehicle and left. Somehow got away with it. At the same time, the week following, I wound up flying past my own dad. He was in a semi going up the mountain, heading towards Frederick. And I was just getting on it. I was working in Frederick at the time. Didn't realize my own dad was climbing up the mountain in the semi that he was,
at work at the time, heading that way. Blew past him. He calls me when I finally get to my work. He said, how fast does that thing really go? I said, well, it doesn't accelerate like the Buick, but it goes pretty quick. He said, no, I saw you blowing smoke the whole way up the mountain. What the hell did you do to that car? That's when he figured out that I had tuned it, had gotten German parts for it too, which were technically illegal over here, and everything else. You know, it just kind of cascaded from there. He wanted to drive it then. Luckily, I do have a bunch of car nuts. Huh?
A likely story.
No, I mean, I deal with a whole bunch of car nuts in the family.
Yeah.
Say fastest I've ever drove in a car is I had an old Grand Prix that was governed. It would go all the way up to 132, shut off, so you coasted back down to 117, start back up. There were times I'd be on the turnpike and I'd set the cruise at 131.
There you go.
I don't know. It was too curvy, but I had a Chevy Lumina, so
I had
they're
rented
at least
a
quick. My motorcycle, the speedometer goes higher, but it just like bottoms out and stops telling you what it's saying at like 85, 90, something like that, even though the speedometer goes farther and you're pretty sure you're probably going faster. I don't know. I've never been clocked on it. But that was, it's not something I've done often. When you start hearing the engine at certain RPMs, you just go, you know what?
It scares you.
It's expensive. I ain't paying to fix that. Are you serious?
Yep.
You're insane.
The fastest I ever went, I rented a brand new M3 in Germany, and this was a 09. So the first or second year of the 4.2 liter twin turbo V8. And my wife, she refused to ride in it with me on the Autobahn because she knew what I was going to do with it.
So did the insurance company.
Well, I already paid for the extra insurance. Who cares? Autobahn, there was no speed limit in certain areas. So I beat the train. I put her on the ice, which is the high-speed train in Germany. I beat the train 30 miles away. I was there at the train station to pick her ass up. That was about 145, 150 miles an hour that I was doing in that car.
See, like I said, I don't know. I can't say the fastest I've gone. I don't know. That Lumina, when you don't look at the speedometer, you just know you make it drive faster than you're supposed to. When a half hour drive takes you like 10 minutes, you know you're going too fast.
Oh yeah, her uncle's GTO scared the hell out of me. I asked him if his speedometer was calibrated correctly, and he said yes. It would tap out to 110 in about 6 seconds.
I still want a Tesla.
Oh, I know.
Which kind of Tesla?
Anything
of Tesla. That is a P100.
I don't even care.
The P100 with the ridiculous upgrade.
The
P100s, all of them are the high performance model. It doesn't matter if it's an S, a 3, an X. I don't care.
They got that new one coming out that's supposed to be affordable. How about that?
The Model
truck?
What is it? Model S?
No,
the Model 3 is affordable. It is.
Okay, the Model 3.
Performance, if you want the high performance Model 3, which is the one that does 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds, it's still slower than the S high performance model, which is the P100. You're looking at 65 to 80,000, depending on options.
I was pulling up their website now. So the performance starts off at 50,690.
It came down since last I looked.
That's what I'm saying. You know what? I need to get another truck.
And what is it? 2.9 seconds still, Josh?
It didn't say. Actually, let me look again.
Yeah. Oh, she told you no.
It's like Cyberfrog. It'll end up happening, but she enjoys telling me that no. It's fun for her.
3.2 seconds.
Here's my thing, right?
3.2.
Okay. So hold off. So label what's going to end up happening. I'll end up getting a truck that'll pull a camper, right? Because I'm not going to do much. I'm getting a nice suburban home, right? The subdivision, cul-de-sac thing. I'm not going to be having no giant freaking trailer. Like, I'm not going to have semi-trailers I'm pulling, nothing crazy. So as long as I got the camper, I got my utility trailer, I'm good, right? So I get the truck to pull it. My wife's got her truck. At that point, what do we need? A nice little, car that's cheap to take up to go visit her parents because they're, like 2-3 hours away. So when we go up there, we just hop in the Tesla and go. Plug it in when we get there.
How far?
Honestly, when my truck's paid off, I'm actually thinking about getting a Model 3 high performance.
I'm exaggerating for a reason, but yeah, it's like 2 hours away.
Yeah, it should make it on one charge.
No, it can't.
Once my truck is paid off, I'm actually seriously thinking about the next new car is going to be a Model 3 high performance. I really am.
You know what else would be nice, though? The Tesla pickup truck.
The Cybertruck? Yeah.
You know why?
Because fuck you and everybody in the way.
Just to piss people off. That, and if you can get the freaking four-wheeler that goes in the back.
Right?
Ooh.
But anyhow,
I
need to get off of here because my battery is getting ready to die.
Well, let me finish saying what I'm saying, you dick. Plus, if I have that pickup truck, people will be terrified that, like, the aliens have shown up finally, and it's like Independence Day.
There's actually a decent number of Teslas in our area.
Oh, yeah. They've got Lamborghinis for the Lamborghini dealerships in Troy, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
You realize that, right? You've got a Lamborghini dealership 2 hours away. 2.5, almost 3.
Pretty much any major city has all the high-end car dealerships.
Troy's not the major city, though.
Well, yeah.
Troy's just where all the corporate offices are. But
all right, man. Well, my battery is getting ready to die on my phone.
It sounds like a good time to end the show.
Well, we made 2:12. Let's push it out to 2:13 here for about half a second. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Those of you who have watched, whoever the second person is who doesn't make any comments, I've got some speculations who I think they may be. Because we've recently got likes on our Facebook page as well. But like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Nick didn't show up, so like normal, hashtag, what is our hashtag? How did we write that up? There's a hashtag. No. Is Nick real? Hashtag is Nick real. That's what it is. So, but thank you for joining us. You guys, thank you for joining me. It is Memorial Day weekend, so let us not forget why we have this Memorial Day and honor the fallen, as well as the sheer fact that you've got no excuse to not make it to the parades this year. There aren't any. So you don't even have to make up lies that you were busy and blah, blah, blah. Like, I got it. You were drunk. All right. Take some time out of your day, though, to remember. You've got no excuse now. So, but.
Especially those of us that are quarantined.
You need to start, like, praying to Jesus or something. I don't know what's up with you. Your whole story is freaking fishy. I think it was all to get out of moving.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, thank you very much, you guys, for being here. And like I said, like, subscribe, join us next time. Who knows? Maybe we'll be again tomorrow. Maybe we'll be again next week. We have no idea what we're doing. No. Josh makes fibs. He's got 3 weekends a month. He already admitted to being free. So you guys have a good night. I talked over you for a reason.